Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, and in this video we're breaking down Avengers Doomsday. Details from the fourth trailer have leaked, and if you're watching this video, then it's probably because you went to see Avatar: Fire and Ash for the fourth week in a row like me and are now looking for videos breaking it down. You did not watch the leaked version on Twitter filmed on a potato. You paid for the IMAX recliner chairs just like me. Whoa! Throughout this video, we're going to be going through the brand new teaser and talking about everything that happens in it. No spoiler alert needed, because I know you bought that fourth ticket and went to see it, so with that out of the way, let's get into what happens in the teaser. Okay, so this all comes from my source, aka we'll call him my uncle, who works at the cinema, and he told me everything he saw in the trailer. My uncle actually said that this teaser's unlikely to leak until it's shown before Fire and Ash because the keys to it haven't been sent out yet. Whether someone sneaks in and takes a cheeky video remains to be seen, but cinemas getting them early, my uncle filming it and then sending them out is what caused all this stuff to go down. You might have noticed there were red circles on the X-Men trailer, and this was because this was a way of actually finding out who was leaking it. The trailer I got had different stuff on it. I won't say what it is because it might get more people in trouble, and it was all part of finding out where things were coming from. So Marvel is being much more vigilant. Though there's theories about them being behind the leaks, from what I've heard, they've all been accidental. It might be some master plan, but I do know people are getting bollocked behind the scenes. Anyway, for the teaser itself, it apparently takes place on sand. It features Shuri in her suit walking up to what's thought to be an entrance to Namor's kingdom. My source thought the Fantastic Four ship lands there, building off the back of the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts. And M'Baku is in the teaser as well, and we see him talking to Ben Grimm. Ben apparently mentioned something about Yancey Street, and then there's a brief glimpse of Namor in his new costume. The trailer then ends with the text, "The Black Panther and the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday." Now, when I was talking to my source, they said that they do this because the Fantastic Four entered the 616 reality and don't really know where to go. They don't know who the Avengers are, they don't know you have to like and subscribe, and are kind of learning about a completely alien world. From what I can gather, on their Earth they saw a rift in the sky and another world bleeding in like the end of the Marvels. They then went to check this out and were taken to the 616, which ties in with the end of Thunderbolts. Apparently Doom is on the ship as well, and this is how he also gets across. It's here they're supposed to learn about the Incursions, and the film begins with them trying to find a solution. The Incursions will apparently happen much later on in the film, but the first part's basically about them coming across, finding a solution, and then travelling to the X-Men universe. That's because that Earth's coming over too, which kinda ties in with what happens at the end of the Marvels. That's where they head looking for answers, and that's all in order to skip their Doomsday. Now, if you want to look fresh for Doomsday, then why not check out our merch store right below the video. There we have our Doctor Doom inspired shirt, along with our ones for Stranger Things, Fallout, and our Film Bros pack, which has just dropped as well. I'm pretty sure our heavy holiday sale is still on at the moment, mate. I don't know when you're watching this, but if you're watching it when it's still on, then it's still on. But be quick, because yeah, you're going to miss out on these massive discounts if you don't go there now. The more you get, the more money you save, and you're going to look absolutely great, mate, and even better than me, you handsome devil. Now beyond that, we have the other three teasers, and since their release, we've had some things cleared up about what's going on in the movie. The next part of the video will contain some actual spoilers, so if you don't want to know, then check out now. Also, Merry Christmas and New Year if I didn't wish you it before. Either way, we have had some things cleared up about the recent X-Men trailer, which was the third of the four released before Fire and Ash. In case you missed it, the teaser went down on the X-Mansion where we moved through the grounds of the home. We then came face to face with Magneto and Professor X, with a former levitating a chess piece to show that he was back. We are so back! Chris at 3C Films also pointed out the long hair might be a nod to how it's like the character's long hair in X-Men 97. Though it didn't look as sleek, need some Pantene Pro V on that shit. We then cut to the money shot of Cyclops ripping off his visor while firing his optic blasts into the sky. In the background, we could also spot some sentinels, and it did appear to be on the grounds of the mansion. Since then, it has been cleared up that this is in fact the ruins of the home, which has been destroyed by the machines. Now, according to the leaks, these have actually been sent by Doctor Doom. Whether that's similar to his Doom bots or he's taken them over by force, we don't know, but that is what's been said. Also, was even looking at the chest piece on them, which is circular, and thinking about how that's similar to the arc reactor on Iron Man's armor. If Doctor Doom is in fact a Stark variant, then he may have even created the machines, but yeah, that's just a theory at the moment. I do wonder why he's done this though, as he's never really had any massive beef with the gang. However, if the X-Men here are indeed connected to the Marvel's film, then it could be explained by what went down there. Now, I have a theory that Doom's trying to stop incursions across the multiverse because eventually that's what's going to destroy his world. In case you haven't read Secret Wars, basically in that, Doctor Doom learns about the incursions and then goes through the multiverse attempting to stop the plans of the Beyonders. The Beyonders basically built the multiverse and then built a bomb in Molecule Man, who's a Nexus being that exists in every single reality. The Beyonders plan to detonate the Molecule Men all at once, and this would wipe out the multiverse. So Doom basically went out and also uses Black Swans to kill Molecule Men across the multiverse. This stopped them from destroying that world, but it was such a big job, it was impossible to complete. The multiverse is obviously infinite, and thus Doom could never truly accomplish it. So the multiverse did end up dying, but nevertheless, he did try his best. And in Doom's mind, he was the hero who was trying to save the multiverse. Now, because of this, I do wonder if Doom sees himself as someone who has to stop incursions by killing those who are on worlds that they shouldn't be. During Multiverse of Madness, we learned how incursions worked in the MCU, with it being pretty different to the comics. In the MCU, if you're in a world that isn't yours for too long, then your reality will be pulled towards you, kind of like a magnet. This will cause the worlds to crash into each other, and thus the realities will be ended. Journeying to another world can be achieved by dreamwalking or using someone like America Chavez. But yeah, you spend too long in the wrong world and it has disastrous consequences. Now, I do wonder if Doom's going out to stop people on other worlds in case they cause an incursion, and this has a knock-on effect that will eventually destroy the multiverse. In Secret Wars, when Doom killed the Molecule Men, this basically had a marble effect where it knocked the worlds outwards until basically world collided with another, which then broke off and caused furthermore incursions. Does that make sense? So, though a world may not necessarily be colliding with Doom's at the time, it is possible that he's aware that in not stopping them now, this could still spell doom for his Earth. Now, we have theorized in our earlier videos that Doom's after Steve's kid because this is a child that shouldn't really exist. Steve going back in time and creating a life could cause disastrous consequences that mean the child has to die in order to avoid at least one world being destroyed. So it's kind of the needs of the many versus the needs of the few. And this may be the reason why we're getting so much focus on the kid. Now, as for the X-Men world, we know that Monica is currently in an X-Men reality due to how things ended with the Marvels. So I do wonder if Monica's causing the beginning of an incursion by being there, and Doom sees himself as the hero by wiping her out, along with the X-Men. Obviously, the X-Men are going to stand in the way, because they're like all heroes and shit, and he's going to be like, no, do you not see? We need to kill her. I feel like Doom might send the Sentinels in to kill Monica, but Maria will stand up for her because she's like, I'm your daughter, mate. Hit the thumbs up. Prove you love me. And she will. But yeah, the X-Men will obviously get caught up in this. There's a constant theme of children throughout these teasers, so with the extra one missing that, it may highlight that the parental bond is between Maria and Monica. There's also the theory that Cable might be the kid in this reality. Cable's obviously a time traveler. He could cause multiple issues with reality that then create branch timelines and therefore more incursions. In case you don't know, Cable's Cyclops and Jean Grey's kid. However, there's also another theory beyond that. People on the internet are currently speculating about who Sadie Sink will be playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and they have theorized that she's none other than Rachel Summers, aka Cyclops and Jean's other kid. There is the belief that Cyclops and Jean send her to the 616 to hide from Doom, and that's why she's in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And also not really affected by the spell, since she may know that on her reality, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. No idea who Peter Parker is, but that's apparently what people are saying. Now that's a theory, but it would explain why characters like Thor and the 616 are going against Doom. The second teaser showed him praying in a forest to his father, wishing to see his daughter again. And because of this, we know that the 616 is caught up in the conflict as well. Now, beyond Sadie Sink and Rachel Summers, I was wondering if there was another person in the 616, and then realized America Chavez shouldn't be there either. She isn't from that reality, and yet is currently training at Stranger's Academy. Well, the Wizard Academy, but you know what I mean. Now, I do kind of remember someone mentioning at some point that because of her powers, she doesn't really pull worlds together. But yeah, it's just something that I thought of which could put the 616 in peril. Just whatever the writer needs the powers to be, that's what they'll be at the time. We also, of course, had the stuff with Clear at the end of Multiverse of Madness, and I'm guessing that's going to play into it too. I don't really think they had that as a plan in the first place, because yeah, that's when Marvel was doing like 500 post-credit scenes every single project, and they had no idea how or when they were going to pay off. But I'm hoping that they figured it out now. Beyond that, you may have also seen some rumours that the film culminates in a big fight between some very big characters. Again, spoilers. This will actually possibly spoil the end of the movie and a big fight that happens in it, so I don't want to do that. If you don't want to know, this is your time to go. Are you still here? Okay, I'll give you 2 more seconds, mate. Right, so I have heard that the film has a big fight scene at the end between Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Wolverine. This will apparently be being watched by Deadpool, who's blown away at how the fight's actually happening for real, like for real. If this does turn out to be true, then I wonder how these worlds could have been brought together, and it may be a case of confirming that the Wolverine and Deadpool that we saw in their movie are on the same Earth as the one from trailer 3. We also know Channing Tatum is going to be in the film as well, and this could be the world he was sent to after being freed from the Void. But yeah, I thought that was worth bringing up as it's quite a big leak going around at the moment, and it's just easier putting all these things together in one video where I'm talking about everything. Please stop releasing trailers, I want some time off. But yeah, that wraps up the 4th and apparent final trailer that's going to be shown before Fire and Ash. Oh god, is it over? Oh thank god! No more sitting in a cinema for 4 hours every week over Christmas! That's how I've spent my Christmas! What do you mean all the teasers were leaked on Twitter? Are you fucking serious? I've not seen my kids for 4 weeks, man! Fucking hell! Whew. Anyway, that wraps up the breakdown, and I'd of course love to hear your thoughts on the 4 teasers. How would you rank them? What's your favourite moment? Make sure you drop them in the comments below. Please hit the thumbs up as well. I've probably broken my microphone, but yeah, if you want to follow us on Instagram, then make sure you check us out at Heavy Spoilers. Did you know that members of the channel also get early access to videos if you click the join button? There it's just 99 pence a month, 99 cents a month even, and you get 1 breakdown a week before anyone else. Now, if you want something else to watch, why not watch one of our great videos on screen right now? We've got loads of great ones, they're all fantastic. You have a good time, pal. I'll see you on the next one.